Hello students, today we are going to learn about how to find the hybridization in a particular molecule. But you have to remember that in a particular molecule, hybridization only belongs to central atom. So we have to find the hybridization only for the central atom. Now for this, what we have to do, we have to find the number of sigma bonds formed by the central atom and the number of lone pairs it has. And the addition of number of sigma bonds and lone pair formed by the central atom that will give you the hybridization in central atom. Okay, so let's see how to find the number of sigma bonds formed by the central atom and the lone pairs. Now for example, what we are taking is, first example we are taking BCl3. BCl3. So it's very simple. How many sigma bonds boron is forming? We have to find with respect to central. So how many bonds are formed by the boron atom? So number of atoms connected with boron are 3. So number of sigma bonds are 3. Number of sigma bonds are 3. Now we have to find the lone pair. For this lone pair, what we have to see? We have to see the boron belongs to which particular group of the periodic table. So boron belongs to 13 group of the periodic table. So it will have 3 electrons in outermost shell. Or you have to know the electronic configuration of the boron atom. So now boron has electronic configuration 2, 3. That means it will have 3 electrons in outermost shell. So in outermost shell there are 3 electrons. Now think about how many electrons are used by the boron atom to form sigma bonds and how many electrons are present as a unpaired electron or unshared electrons. So in that case, now we have to see that the atom which is known as terminal or surrounding atom connected with boron, the valency of that particular atom is what? That means the chlorine which is connected to boron atom. So what is the valency of chlorine? Depending on that, we can find the number of lone pairs. Now here, chlorine is monovalent. That means boron atom has to use just one electron with the chlorine atom because it is monovalent. So since chlorine is monovalent, so for each chlorine, boron will share one electron with chlorine. Now there are 3 chlorine atoms. So for one chlorine, 1 electron. So for 3 chlorine, 3 electrons will be shared. Now out of the 3 electrons, all 3 electrons are shared. So number of electrons present as unshared are 0. That means here the lone pair of electron, LP means lone pair, that will be what? 0. Now you have to add this number of sigma bonds which we can say bond pairs and the lone pairs. So addition of this 3 is known as electron pair, EP, electron pair. It is also known as steric number. This is also known as steric number. So steric number or addition of these two things will give you electron pair or steric number, which is coming 3. 3 means what? sp2. 3 means sp2. This addition of sigma bonds and lone pair, that will give you electron pair. If electron pair is 2, then hybridization is sp. If 3, then it is sp2. If 4, then it is sp3. If 5, then it is sp3d. If 6, then it is sp3d2. And if it is 7, then it is sp3d3. So in this way, you have to ultimately find the number of electron pairs present on the central atom. Electron pairs is what? It is the addition of lone pair and the bond pair. So let's take the second example. So the second example is, maybe you can go for a very simple one, CH4. So in that case, carbon has the hybridization. So we have to find the hybridization of carbon atom, which is central atom. So in this case, carbon is having, now CH4 is having how many sigma bonds, which is known as bond pair. So sigma bonds, or we can say bond pairs, are 4 because 4 atoms are connected with the central atom. You have to just count the number of atoms connected with the center. So center has 4 atoms connected with it. So number of bond pairs or sigma bonds are just 4. Now we have to find the lone pair of electrons present on the central atom. That depend on the electronic configuration or the electrons in outermost shell of carbon. Now carbon belongs to 14 group of the periodic table. That means it will have 4 electrons in outermost shell. So this will have 4 electrons in outermost shell. And now hydrogen, valency of hydrogen is 1. Hydrogen is monovalent. So it will just share 1 electron with carbon. So carbon and hydrogen. Hydrogen is monovalent, so carbon will share just one electron with hydrogen. So there are 4 hydrogens, so all 4 electrons will be shared. So these 4 electrons will be shared. Number of electron remaining are 0. So lone pair of electrons are here 0. Now addition of these two terms will give you electron pairs, which is 4. 4 means what? It is sp3. So in this way, addition of lone pair and bond pairs or addition of sigma bonds and lone pairs on the central atom will give you the final hybridization. Let's take another example. Maybe we can go for say for example SF6. We can go for this SF6, or just we can say PCl5. Okay, PCl5. Now the bond pairs or number of sigma bonds are 5 because 5 Cl are attached or bonded with the central atom. Now central atom has 5 Cl, so bond pairs are 5. Bond pairs means number of sigma bonds. Now lone pairs we have to find. Now phosphorus belongs to group number 15. Group number 15 means it will have 5 electrons in outermost shell and its electronic configuration is 2 at 5. So 5 electrons in outermost shell. Now chlorine is what? Monovalent, and therefore first one phosphorus atom will share 1 electron with chlorine. Now it has 5 electrons in outermost shell. Since chlorine is monovalent, so only 1 electron will be shared. So for 5 chlorine, 5 electrons will be shared. So number of electrons remaining are 0. So in this case, lone pairs are now 0. Okay. Now addition of this will give you electron pair or steric number, which is what? 5. 5 means what? sp3. So this is third example what we have seen in this case. Now let's take some different examples. Like for example, maybe we can go for SF4. Okay. Now here bond pairs are what? Bond pairs are 4 because 4 atoms are connected with the central atom. You have to just count the number of atoms. So 4 atoms are connected with the center. So bond pairs or sigma bonds are 4. Now lone pairs are what? So it has, since sulfur belongs to again 16 groups of the periodic table, and 16 groups means 6 electron outermost shell. So out of this 6 electron, you have to think how many are shared and how many are unshared or remaining. So fluorine, that depends on valency of surrounding atom. So fluorine is monovalent and hence 1 electron will be shared per fluorine. So there are 4 fluorine atoms, so 4 electrons will be shared, and out of this 6, 4 are shared with 4 fluorine atom, remaining 2 electrons, and 2 electrons will give you 1 electron pair. So you get 2 electron means 1 pair. So in this way lone pair can be found, and addition of this lone pair and bond pair will give you electron pairs known as steric number, and this is 5. 5 means what? Again it is sp3. So in this way hybridization you can find in such kind of molecules. Now let's take some polyatomic ions which are having charge polyatomic ions, like maybe you can go for sulfate ion. So in this case, how many atoms are connected with the central atom? So there are 4 atoms, so 4 bond pairs. Okay. Now we have to find the lone pair. Now sulfur is having, since it belongs to 16 groups of the periodic table, so it will have 6 electron in outermost shell, so 6 electron. But you have to add this 2 electrons also in this, means total it will have 8 electrons in its outermost shell. If it is anion, then you have to add extra electrons equal to the charge of the anion, and if it is cation, then you have to subtract it. So in this case, neutral sulfur atom has 6 electrons, but since it is anion and having 2 negative charge, so that should be added to the whatever 6 electrons are there. So here 8 electrons will have. Now out of this 8 electrons, how many sulfur atoms share with the oxygen and how many are remaining? So that depends on the valency of the terminal atom or surrounding atom. Now in this case oxygen is connected. Oxygen has valency 2, means it is divalent. So for each divalent atom, sulfur will have to share 2 electrons. For monovalent we had taken 1, but for divalent we have to take 2. So for each oxygen atom, sulfur will share 2 electrons because oxygen is divalent, and for divalent 2 electrons are required. So 2 electrons per oxygen atom, so it will have 8 electrons because there are 4 oxygen atoms. One oxygen will with 1 oxygen 2 electrons, so 4 oxygen 8 electrons. So in this way, all 8 electrons are shared. Okay. Now remaining electrons are what? 0. That means it will have 0 electrons as a lone pair. The addition of these 2 electron pair will give you 4. 4 means what? sp3. So this is the way how to find the hybridization. Now we can go for some examples of cations. In case of cations like NO2 plus, we have to find the hybridization in nitrogen atom. So again, number of atoms connected with central atom are known as sigma bonds or bond pairs, which are 2. Now, how many lone pairs are present? So nitrogen since belongs to 15th group of the periodic table, so it will have 5 electrons in outermost shell, and also its electronic configuration is 2, 5. So it will have 5 electrons in outermost shell. Now out of these 5 electrons, how many electrons shared? That depends on the valency of the oxygen. Now oxygen is having valency 2, that means it is divalent. So for one oxygen atom, 2 electrons will be shared for nitrogen, and for 2 oxygen it will share 4 electrons. But since I have told you it is cation, so in case of cation, you have to subtract the number of electrons from the outermost shell equal to the charge of cation. Now it will have 5 electrons, nitrogen is having 2, 5, but we will not take 5, we will take only 4, because cation is there and it has 1 charge, so 5 minus 4 we have to take. 5 minus 1 you have to take, that is 4 electrons you have to take. So whatever charge is there on the cation, that many electrons you have to subtract from the electrons which are present in neutral state. So in neutral state it has 5 electrons, but since in this particular case it is cation and having 1 positive charge, so that many positive charge you have to subtract from 5. So it will have 4 electrons. So out of 4 you have to think how many shared and how many are unshared. So in case of oxygen, since it is divalent, so one oxygen will have 2 electrons to be shared. So for 2 oxygen, there are 4 electrons has to be shared. Now in this case, number of electrons are what? Remaining electrons are 0. That means there will be no lone pair on the nitrogen atom in this particular cation. So in this case, electron pair total 2 in what? It is sp2, sp. So in this case, the hybridization is sp on central atom. So we have taken the examples of cation, we have taken the examples of anion and the neutral molecule. In this way, you can find very easily the hybridization present in the central atom. Okay, I hope so you have understood the way how to find the hybridization. If you liked and subscribed, liked this particular video, please subscribe and like it. Okay, thank you.